Hello, future certified paralegal. I'm Lori Young, MPS. I'm here to help you in your preparation for the knowledge portion of the CP exam. There are 9 sections in the knowledge exam. Additional preparation is recommended for the skills portion of the exam. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to one of the 9 topics covered in the CP Review on-demand webinar series. This video covers the estate planning and probate section. Now let's review the topics covered in this webinar. When studying for the estate planning and probate section, a helpful tip is to focus on the terminology and be able to apply the terms. For instance, there is a difference between estate planning and estate administration. Estate planning is the process and preparation of documents setting forth one's wishes, how to manage a person's personal and financial affairs while living, and how assets should be distributed upon death. Estate administration takes place after a death. The representative of the estate collects the assets, pays the decedent's debts, and distributes the assets. For estate planning, be familiar with the types of estate planning documents that are available. For instance, wills and the types of wills, such as holographic, nuncupative, or formal. And the person who creates a will is called a testator. If the testator wants to make a change or amendment to the will, it is called a codicil. Another estate planning document is a trust, also known as a living trust. The parties are the trustor who creates the trust, the trustee who owns and manages the trust, and the beneficiary of the trust, the recipient. One important detail of a living trust is that the assets must be vested in the title of the trustee of the trust. So, for instance, if there is real property, a deed would depict the title as John Doe, trustee of the John Doe Trust. If the title of the real property is not transferred to the trust, it is not an asset of that trust. Another estate planning document, the power of attorney. That's where the principal appoints an agent to act on one's behalf. And we have the living will or advance directive having to do with life support treatment or other medical wishes a person desires. So let's talk a little bit now about estate administration or the probate process. Be familiar with the terms testate and intestate and executor and administrator. Testate is when a person dies with a valid will, and the representative that administers the estate is referred to as an executor. Intestate is when a person dies without a will, and the representative that administers the estate is referred to as an administrator. During the probate proceedings, the executor will be issued letters testamentary, or the administrator will be issued letters of administration. The letters are a court document authorizing the administration of the estate and provides power to collect the assets, pay the debts of the decedent, and distribute the balance of the estate assets. Of course, there are ways to avoid the probate process by the way an asset is titled, or by having a designated beneficiary on accounts. Last, be familiar with the common tax forms in estate planning and estate administration. Forms 709, 1041, and 706. Now that you understand the topics covered in estate planning and probate section, I encourage you to assess if you need additional preparation to be successful in this topic. The Identified On-Demand webinar is one way to learn more, and you can find the link to it in the comments section below. Please remember that the Certified Paralegal exam is not a test of specific information you as an examinee have learned in any specific setting. The CP exam is a professional certification that demonstrates your core competencies related to the paralegal field overall. Your preparation should include formal and informal education, on-the-job training, professional experience, and targeted testing preparation. NALA has other resources for preparation, including the CP Fundamental Book and specific on-demand webinars on a variety of topics. We also encourage you to explore other sources of information about this section. NALA should not be your sole source of exam preparation. If you have any questions about qualifying or taking the CP exam, please reach out to the NALA certification team. We are here to help. You can also go to nala.org to learn more. Thank you for watching this video, and good luck with your certified paralegal journey.